When you think of Tasmania, what's the first thing that pops into your head? Probably pristine wilderness, right? Rugged coastlines? Well, today we're going to go way beyond the travel brochure. We're diving into a place of profound, revealing, and honestly kind of shocking contradictions.
So get this. On one hand, Tasmania is literally the global benchmark for the world's cleanest air. But on the other hand, it is the roadkill capital of the world. We're talking nearly 300,000 native animals dying on its roads every single year. How can those two realities even exist in the same place? It's this jarring paradox, pristine, perfect nature smashing right into the machinery of modern life.
So yeah, how can one place hold so many extremes? How is it both a sanctuary and a graveyard at the exact same time? And look, this isn't just some quirky travel fact. Understanding this reveals something really fundamental about the tensions that are shaping our entire world. We're calling this the Tasmanian Singularity. Think of it as this unique little microcosm, an island where these massive global forces, history, ecology, technology, all collide with such an incredible intensity that they create these extreme, almost unbelievable results.
Okay, Section 1, Land of Living Fossils. We're going to start with the island's truly mind-bending ecological extremes, where you can see deep, ancient time locked in this dramatic struggle with the modern world.
So, to really get Tasmania, you need to know this term, Gondwanan relict. We're talking about life forms that are basically living echoes of a world that existed hundreds of millions of years ago. Their lineage is just ancient. They are true living fossils. Look at this number, 13,000. That's the age of a single plant, Lomatia tasmanica. It has been cloning itself in the exact same spot for 13 millennia. It has survived multiple ice ages. I mean, that is a symbol of impossible, mind-boggling persistence.
And this is where the paradox just slaps you in the face. For every ancient survivor like that plant, there is a modern victim, a story of just devastating fragility in the face of our world. I am watching a dinosaur die in real time. Wow. That's a heartbreaking quote from a researcher who is studying the Mugean skate, another Gondwanan relict found only in Tasmania's Macquarie Harbor. So while one ancient life form has figured out how to survive for millennia, another, just as old, is being pushed to the brink of extinction by modern industry, literally right before our eyes.
Let's move to Section 2, A History in Ghosts. You know, this collision of timelines, it isn't just about ecology, it's about people. And now we're going to see how entire human histories have been violently overwritten on this very same landscape.
Just look at these numbers. For 12,000 years, the Palawa people lived here, the longest isolated human population on Earth, a culture shaped over millennia. Then boom, 1803, colonization begins. By 1847, they're exiled. In just 44 years, less than a single lifetime, a culture that had endured since the last ice age was systematically dismantled. The speed of that collapse is it's almost impossible to comprehend.
Tasmania's modern identity is literally built on these ghosts, these identities that have been completely flipped on their heads. The Palawa culture is now undergoing this powerful revival. The convict stain, once a source of deep shame, is now a celebrated tourist draw, and the thylacine, the Tasmanian tiger, once hunted down as a pest with a bounty on its head, is now this tragic symbol of loss and regret.
And here's the crucial point. This isn't ancient history. These transformations, these ghosts, they're active forces. They are echoes that shape everything from modern politics to the names of towns. And a lot of the time, they're hiding in plain sight.
Okay, Section 3, The Code in the Fog. This brings us to one of the most fascinating parts, the hidden history that's embedded in the landscape itself. It's like a code, hidden in things as simple as the weather and the names you see on a map.
So take a look at this map of the Derwent River Valley. Looks like any other map, right? But this landscape holds a secret history, a story that was written right on top of an even older one. People who live here know about something called the Bridgewater Jerry. It's not just any fog. It's a specific, named fog that rolls down the valley like a river. Just knowing its name is a piece of deep local knowledge. It's a clue that this place is watched closely, that it has its own unique language. Now for the crazy part, early British explorers here, they didn't have a lot of books with them, but they used one in particular to name the world around them, the Bible. And so all of a sudden, a local river became the River Jordan. Nearby spots were named Jericho and Baghdad. They literally mapped a completely foreign narrative onto a landscape that had been known by other names for thousands and thousands of years. So you see, the past isn't gone here. It's not even past. It's encoded in the local name for a fog,
and it's printed on the road signs you drive past every single day. This overwriting of history is an active, present force, and it's just hiding in plain sight.
Okay, let's bring all these layers together. We've seen the wild ecological extremes, the head-on historical collisions, and these hidden codes. Now we can finally define what the Tasmanian Singularity really is.
Just consider the evidence again. A 12,000-year-old culture gone in 44 years. The world's cleanest air coexisting with industrial-scale roadkill. World-class luxury wine being produced in one of Australia's poorest states. A place rated as one of the most welcoming on Earth, yet so often forgotten it's literally left off maps. These aren't just contradictions. These are the glitches in reality that define the Tasmanian Singularity.
So, we've peeled back the layers, right? We started with the collision of ancient life and modern extinction. Then we saw the violent collision between deep indigenous time and the relentless clock time of industry. And finally, we found the codes of that collision hidden in the world right around us.
And here is the final, crucial idea. Tasmania isn't an anomaly. It's an amplifier. Because of its isolation, and because of the sheer intensity of these collisions, it makes all these hidden histories and contradictions that exist everywhere else visible. It turns the volume way up so we can't ignore them.
Tasmania shows us the stories we choose to pave over, to rename, to just forget. And that leaves us with the final question to think about. What histories, what names, and what inconvenient truths are being overwritten right outside your own front door?